Drinking buddies, which recent barrel-proof bourbon should you buy? Let's find out.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So we got two up here from major distilleries. We got one from a non-distiller, producer, master blender type situation, and then we have one from a craft distillery. $50, about 80 to 100, and then about 70 to 80, and about 80 to 100, depending upon where you're at. We have the Booker's Springfield batch. Yes, I know that a newer batch is coming up, but this one's still sitting on shelves in Arizona, so I think it's safe to use. It's kind of all over Arizona right now, so I don't know if it's hard to find in your area. The others up here, this one's been sitting at Total Wines. I know my local restaurants can get it. This guy should be available all over. This should be pretty easy to come by. And this is going to be a shelf release. It's new to Arizona, but I was able to get it when I was in Phoenix. Some of the restaurants have it as well. Anyway, Springfield is 124.5 proof Bookers. 7 years, 7 months, 8 days. Maker's Mark, the Heart Release. This is 111.7 proof. Now, this is the only finished whiskey up here because it is finished with virgin oak staves, and they are, which kind of oak are we using here? 10 virgin toasted oak, toasted French oak staves. That one should stand out because not only is it the only wheater up here, but it also is French oak, which is kind of spicy. Next up, we have the Barrel Batch 36. This is 114.44 proof. This is cask strength bourbon whiskeys, 9-year-old Kentucky, 7, 8, and 10-year-old Indiana, 8 and 15-year-old Tennessee. And then we have this is our budget bottle up here because this is less than $50. This is like $49.99. It is 117.3 proof, full proof bourbon out of Green River. And I haven't tried it yet. This is my first pour out of the bottle. Don't be surprised if you see a short where I'm also drinking that wearing the same outfit, because when I'm done with this, I'm planning to do a short of this whiskey and review it. But I wanted to try it first blind, so that way we don't get any biases in the way. We don't think, oh, this expensive whiskey tastes better, those types of things. We don't want that to happen. I don't think that would happen, but that's just the things I try to avoid when I do blinds like this. I've had only like one pour of each of these and 0 pours of that. So they're all new to me pretty much. This is kind of a review of the Green River, but it's kind of a review of the rest too, because like I said, I've only had like one pour of each, and they should all still be available. And if the Booker's isn't, Booker's usually pretty consistent from batch to batch. Occasionally you get one that's not quite as good as the standard batches, but for the most part, they're pretty similar. So batch 2 of this year is probably pretty similar. Anyway, long story short, glass A. What do we got? Oh, and we're not going to be doing bottle guessing here. We're just going to rank them. That's my goal, is to just rank them from 1 to 4. Tell you which one you should buy. I say we're not going to do any bottle guessing, and this smells like Jim Beam peanuts. But I'm just telling you that what it smells like. I'm not doing bottle guessing. I'm just telling you what it smells like, because it is very peanutty, caramely, little dusty, a little bit of a must to it, a little bit of a musky thing. There is some heat on here. Raspberry, peanuts, caramel, brown sugar, a lot of peanuts on the finish. It's kind of that's really peanut buttery. I do really like the viscosity, the thickness on there. It's pretty darn good. Only complaint, it's a little hot. Completely different nose on glass too. This is like cinnamon brown sugar soap. And no, it's not my glass. But yeah, a little cinnamon, little brown sugar, but something a little bit chemically, a little astringent. And it's a little bit of a cherry thing. And sweet tea on here. Oh yeah, that's really nice. A little bit spicy, a little bit rice spice, a little bit Little black pepper. Little bit of, it's not cherry. It's not, I don't even think I'd call it raspberry, like blackberry, like darker fruits. Like blackberry or maybe even raisin on here. A little bit of a pipe tobacco thing on the finish. Pretty good, pretty good. This is a more similar nose to glass 2 where we have that nice rye spice coming through. I know none of these are ryes, but there's rye in 3 of the 4 mash bills. And like I said, this one has the French oak on it, which tends to give some rye adjacent spice smelling and tasting things, even though there's no rye in the mash bill. Yeah, a lot of rye spice, brown sugar, bourbon, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, pumpkin spice a lot on here. Sweet tea as well. There's similar sweet tea thing on both 2 and 3. Man, now that I say the sweet tea thing, that really took over. It's like so prevalent. I love it. It's like a hot summer day and there's a glass of iced tea about to go to my lips and it's just so refreshing. Okay. Okay. That one is very raspberry. Very raspberry, slight cherry, very fruity on this one. A little apple, caramel, like a caramel apple dipped in raspberry and cherry sauce, I guess. Oaky, a little bit of oak on here. Shorter finish than 2, but still very good. So far, we're 3 for 3. There's nothing like, so far, I gotta be honest, there's nothing exceptional that I've had up here, but 3 for 3 for good whiskeys. Let's go into 4. Now this is the best nose. I do really like the fruity thing here. I really like the sweet tea thing here. And I do like the peanut buttery thing here. So they all do have nice noses. But this is like, this one's a little bit more special. It's a little bit more like floral and a little bit more, this is like floral and a little herbal, slightly herbal, but not overpowering. So like herbal tea, so like chamomile. Man, I do really like this nose. This one has also got a peanut buttery thing. This one wins on mouthfeel, I think. This one's really thick and viscous. That is, that's pretty good. Cherry, like cherry jam, peanut butter, nice oak, nice sweetness on here. It is a little bit of a, it's got a little bit of an artificial sweet thing, but I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. Who can't get down on a little Diet Mountain Dew, you know? Yeah, that is peanut buttery. It's probably more peanut buttery than A. Kind of cool, there's 2 with peanuts on here. And there's 2 with a little bit of a spicy French oak adjacent type thing in the middle. So it's kind of cool. I won't have to do any bottle gussing because I literally have no idea. So that's kind of fun. And I don't want to have any idea because I just want to tell you what's the best. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go back through these. And when we come back, I'll tell you which one's my favorite. This was actually really hard. That's what she said. I had a hard time picking out beyond my favorite. So my favorite is glass 4. My second favorite is glass 3. My third favorite is glass 1. And my least favorite is glass 2. And I still think all 4 of these are probably a buy if you see them. I don't think there's anything bad up here. Just maybe, my personal preference is, the 3 in the front compared to the 1 in the back. But I don't think glass 4 is a bad whiskey by any means. I think it's, I would still buy what's in glass 3. Or in glass 2. I'm not kidding about that. But let's figure out what we're looking at. This was my least favorite, and it was the Makers. Wow. You know, that actually does make sense. I said the spicy thing, and then this is also the one. Did I say maple? The second time through, I got maple, and this says maple on the bottle. But is it a really good whiskey? Yes. These other three, I just kind of like a little bit more. Anyway, waxy cherry on here too. Which one? Oh, this one was next, which is the barrel. Why does that taste so peanutty? That's kind of wild. I'm kind of surprised I put that third. I expected that to be 1 or 2. So this must be the Green River then. Yeah, the Green River came in second, which means the Booker's came in first, which is no surprise. I mean, I'm a Booker's fan. I think Booker's is really good. I get it. You're not going to buy 4 of them every year. I'm not going to buy 4 of them every year, but I try to get 1 a year. And I think they're worth it when you buy 1 a year. Try to figure out which one's the best. Listen to whiskey tubers tell you which one to buy and buy that one. And then sometimes if you can't find that exact batch, you have a consolation prize of being able to find another one. I bought this one because I saw it and I hadn't bought a Booker since Mighty Fine of last year. And I just wanted a new Booker, so I bought it. And I'm very glad I did because it is a very good batch. I think it could be my 3rd or 4th favorite batch I've had over the last few years. I do really like it. I do want to put it up against the last few years' best ones because I have like 2021's best batch, which I think the Bardstown batch was the best of 2021, and then 2022 we had the Kentucky Tea batch, and then 2023 we had Mighty Fine batch, and this year maybe put it up against this guy. I know this is not necessarily the best batch because it's the first batch, so who knows if 2, 3, or 4 are better, but I don't know. It's pretty good. Well, drinking buddies, if you're going to buy a new release, bourbon whiskey that's barrel proof, I would recommend the Booker's first. If you can't find the Booker's, grab this Green River. If you can't find the Green River, grab this Barrel Batch 36. If you can't find the Barrel Batch 36, hopefully you can find the Maker's Heart release. In that order, I would say to buy them. And like I said, though, I think they're all 4 buys because like this came in last place and I still really like it. So anyway, drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. I couldn't do this without you. Every time you guys like the videos, every time you guys subscribe to the channel, you make this thing possible. I also have to give a huge shout out to my channel members. Couldn't do this without you. You know, the ad revenue on this is not very much. So they help me out a lot by giving just $3 a month. And it's not even giving. It's a membership to enjoy a lot of perks. You know, I do a monthly giveaway. We have a Discord where we chat daily and share samples and do trades and all that kind of fun stuff. Anyway, drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.